Hey you guys, hello and welcome. It's been a little while since I've last made a video, but when I started this channel I said that I would not go 10 days without making a video unless I either went on vacation or something happened, so just for the sake of consistency I wanted to give you guys a bit of a garden tour. This is just the backyard garden. Everything's doing really well here, and I'll just walk you through it. So I'm going to use the reverse camera because it's just easier to show you guys. Just a sec. And I hope you guys are all doing well. I've had a lot of change in my life. I recently got a job, I got a really big scholarship, and so a lot more responsibility in my life, but also a lot more success. So I'm just really quite happy. Just made a quick little trellis over here for some peas that I'm growing. Got some Jostaberry. Got some propagations here. Those are geraniums from like 2 years ago. Right here I got my hostas coming. Pardon the mess, I got some cleaning to do. This is a really beautiful plant here. This is Lithidora. The specific variety is called Grace Ward. Got a little bit of weeding to do. This here is Nova Zembla and Percy Wiseman, two of my favorite rhododendrons. Been growing those since they were really small. This is the Japanese holly fern that was one of my very first videos on YouTube, and it's finally unfurling some really nice growth. Something seems to have gotten to it here. I assume that this is probably maybe a snail damage or some sort, but it still looks quite healthy. Hope my camera will focus. It's grown quite tremendously. This is flowering quince. I have that all along here. It comes along here too. This here is oh my gosh, what do you call that? Asian plum. So it's Laria. It's grown so much. It's put on over a foot this year. It's going on its 4th year. This here is just a white bridal lilac. Oh, this is cool. Nice little crane fly. Anyways, so this over here is just Ginkgo Biloba. Got some Corydalis here. I got some lady's mantle that just I got from the forest next to my house, and it's growing really nicely here. This here is really good. I feel like I'm saying really a lot, sorry. But this is a Hemeracalis. This is quite an interesting variety of daylily. It has a really nice sort of mauve brown exterior, and then the insides are yellow. Got this Hosta here. I figure I gotta make a video on Hostas soon. They really grew on me. I love the foliage. It almost looks tropical. Speaking of hostas, might have a slight hosta addiction. This one's so nice. This here is called Komodo Dragon. Catnip? Sorry, lemon balm. I got this salix here. It's looking a little sad. Once again, this is snail damage. I really got to worry about the snails. Haven't done anything with these. I just got some stinkweeds and stuff, some moss. I'm gonna probably put either pansies or violas or maybe nasturtiums here. I might grow Malabar spinach too. We'll see where that goes. This here, I want to make a video on its own by this. So I made a video on Fatsia japonica with my other Fatsia over there too. A little bit over a week ago, but this one's grown so much just in like, wow. This is the spider's web one. It's doubled in size since that last video. That was literally like 8 days ago. Nice Hemeracalis here. These are some Asiatic lilies. Sorry, Oriental lilies. This here, I gotta make a video on this too. This completely took over. These are Russian raspberries. I got some 2nd and 3rd year canes here. They're getting pretty thick, but I think I'm gonna have a really wonderful harvest of the raspberries this year. They're just really coming in hot. I got some hydrangeas in the back. Hydrangea macrophylla. Nice little smoke bush. See, so basically with the raspberries, and I'm gonna make a video on this later, you get 1st year canes. They don't produce fruit, but you leave them in the ground. Then you get 2nd year canes that are a little bit bigger. You might get a little bit of fruit, but not a lot. 3rd year canes and 4th year canes, you get so much fruit, it's insane. And they're really quite prolific when you let them go. So this here is Lunaria, silver dollar plant. I was thinking that this here was actually some sort of a walnut, but upon further inspection, I think it might actually be a trumpet vine. I didn't plant this here, it just kind of ended up here. Got some little Douglas firs and stuff, some ivies. This over here was a tiny little Western red cedar I started. This is a really nice plant, you guys. This here is very prone to dieback though. I plan on making a video on that one later, but this here is the black lace elderberry. Highly recommended. It's incredibly heat resistant. A little susceptible to dieback, but it has this wonderful panicle style flower, which is just so beautiful. Or sorry, it might actually be an umbel. I can't remember. It hasn't bloomed for me quite this year, but it just looks like a cloud. So this here is Armeria. Very hardy plant, with the exception of this one. It looks like it was kind of taken over by moss. This is incredible right here. This is just one of our native ferns. Might have to make a fern video. This is red Ozier Dogwood. It's going on its 3rd year. This here is Milium, I believe is what it's called. That's just been naturalized here. Very native, but also somewhat, what's the word I'm looking for? Invasive in my area. It grows way too prolifically. This is a Hosta. I gave some to my friends and then kept the one offshoot. And it's since grown 3. I always forget the name of this plant, but it has a really nice purple flower. I'm going to have to remember that later. I don't know if you guys can see, my Tradescantias are just coming back. Beautiful plant, that. And that's just kind of the first part of the garden right there. Really proud of how it's come along. This here is another one of the lilacs that I started. Starting to get some nice blooms up there. Isn't that beautiful? Oh man, I can just get lost in that green color, you guys. Another Hosta. This is phlox. I have more phlox over there. Bluebells. So I actually didn't plant bluebells. These just came, and they're going on their 4th year. Just naturalizing here, naturalizing all over the garden really, but they're so nice. Once again, I have a lot of weeding to do. With my new job, I don't have a whole lot of time to get out here these days, as I'm kind of acclimating myself to that experience. So there's a lot of work I still have to do back here. This here is a Ponderosa. It's well over 11 feet tall. Got to figure out what I'm going to do with that. This is a nice trellis I made. Got some Chardonnay grapes growing on there. Look at the size of this. Wow. It's a Liriodendron tulip tree. So I'm doing the potato bins again this year. I got a lot of onions and all sorts of stuff in the greenhouse. This is blueberries, specifically Duke blueberries. Again with the snails. What the hell is up with the snails? Jeez, see that? And then it goes limp because they just bite it off. There's people on the street. So these are Saskatoon berries. They're growing multiple canes. I don't know if you guys can see on the very bottom here, they start growing canes. They have very smooth bark. Really nice branching habit. Highly recommend them. They got nice serrated leaves. We got Hascap berries or honey berries all along here. They're doing really well with the exception of this one bush. It has what I think might be like a rust of some sort, which is weird because it really doesn't affect fruit production. I still get a lot of fruit on these bushes, but I think it's actually kind of pretty. But yeah, I'm not sure how to remedy that. If anyone knows, please let me know. I'm starting to grow thimble berries for the first time from cuttings. Same with salmon berries, so that's Rubus spectabilis. They're native species to British Columbia. Excuse me. This is a different kind of raspberry. I got some blueberries, a lot of buxus, boxwood. What else do I have in here? I'm starting to grow some garlic. I don't know if you guys can see this. All sorts of garlic coming by. More Douglas fir. That's a Hosta berry. That thing's huge compared to what it was. I had some peonies blooming here, and let's just go into there and... Oh, that might be a nice thumbnail. Let's see what's going on with the hostas. I think I have to speed up a little bit. I think my battery is dying. Oh, so green onions. I got sedum. I got more grapes. Got trailing, I can't remember the name of the variety, but trailing grapes. Well, I guess all grapes trail, but this one particularly trails. I let my kales go to seed and bolt because I want to collect some of the seeds, but isn't that bloom just gorgeous? Really attracts butterflies, I've noticed. I got my Wigella here. Hens and chicks. Oh, I'm finally gonna get some blooms on these trailing roses. Got some forsythia, dianthus, all sorts of ornamental stuff here. My green onions are doing really well. I'm gonna make a video on this, just look at that. So highly recommend, 10 out of 10, growing lettuce in an old laundry pail. It works really well. So these here are collard greens that I let go to seed because I want to collect the seed because I don't feel like buying more seed packets. I got some grape tomatoes, some eggplants, and then peppers. Here I'm trying my shot at zucchinis. I got some cabbage. These are, can't remember, these are bush beans, and these here are the Scarlet runner beans. Once again, I have some snail damage. I have so many snails, you guys really gotta remedy that. I'm trying to think of where to go now. So these here are Concord grapes. I don't know if you guys can see all along the fence. My fatsia, this here is the Dawn Redwood. I'm trying some bonsais. So I got a Hebe, I got a Juniper squamata, and then I have a nice little hedging Alberta spruce that I want to bonsai. Look at that color. Some more ferns and miscellaneous stuff. This here is going to be so beautiful, you guys. This here is my lavender bush. It's going on its 3rd year. It's already super woody. Constantly pruning this guy back, but it's okay. So as you can see, I got all sorts of different peas and stuff. Trying oriental poppies. I got 4 o'clocks and cucumbers. Some dianthus in here. This here is my really weird thuya. It seems to be doing well though. See, another thing I want to say about raspberries is they do really naturalize. So I have so many of them just all over the yard, just kind of doing their thing. This is a perennial cranesbill geranium. It's going to look really pretty. This is Nectaroscortum siculum. I don't know if you guys can see here, but what an interesting leaf shape. See the way it just kind of, I don't know if you can see the way it spirals. You know what? This is a mystery to me, all of these bearded irises. I got them from a friend several years ago and they've never bloomed for me, but I get really, really good foliage on them, so we'll have to stay tuned to see what color they become. Some beautiful alliums. I might refilm a video on the alliums. My last one didn't do very well. It's one of my very earlier videos. This is a plum. Once again, Hosta berries. They're very prolific. Don't know if you can see there. This is my favorite hosta, you guys. This thing is ginormous. Got sedums in the back. Got a Pacific sword fern. I started that one from a tiny little clump several years ago. These are Concord grapes. More Concord grapes back there. Nice Hemerocallis. This here is St. Helens. It's a variety of perennial azalea. It's a broadleaf deciduous azalea. Highly recommend. Can't recommend it enough. I feel like I say that for every plant, but I just love them all for different reasons. Sage, astilbe. Persian buttercups are just coming out right now, but they were so beautiful this year. Got all sorts of tomatoes and stuff growing along here. Just look at all these raspberries, you guys. It's insane. Flag iris, some weeding to do, some lilies and assorted stuff. Just, it was the tulips, but it was fantastic as when it was the tulips, but definitely gotta keep track of it and see what's the next cycle gonna be. Got all these Concord grapes and Maricalfoc grapes over there. These guys here, this is a really nice Montanii clematis. We'll see how that blooms. It's only bloomed for me once though. Got some chives, little apple, Granny Smith, some goji berries. This here is chamomile. Tried growing chamomile from seed. It's got blooms, so we'll see how that works. Yeah, miscellaneous stuff here. This was the Canada Day tulip because it looks like a Canadian leaf, so I don't know if you can see there. Really proud of that one. Oh, this is really pretty here. Wow, that might be a good thumbnail, eh? Wow. Growing strawberries as always. Ever-bearing strawberries. And that's kind of what the backyard looks like right now. It's a little chaotic. The primulas are still in. But it's beautiful in its own way, and it definitely feels alive in here. And yeah, I just wanted to kind of talk to you guys and make a quick little update. And I hope you guys all have a really wonderful... And one last thing, I hope you guys have a really beautiful summer. And thank you for being here. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for viewing. Couldn't be more grateful. And I'll try to be here more often. But yeah, stay blessed. I'll have to make a tour of the front yard garden too maybe later. But yeah, have a good one.